Hey everybody, look at what's happening today. Hey everybody, my name's Marc Gill. This is Marcs on the Grill. We've had such a fun day. We've got like one of the best roast chicken recipes I think you're ever going to find. And very awkward, there's 3 chickens running around. We usually put them away for stuff like this, especially chicken day. We're not monsters, okay? But we're letting them be free. Why not, right? So what we've done today is earlier today we got the chicken all ready because, you know, it's like a 3-4 hour process. So I'll tell you what, everybody's got a big time chicken recipe they got to go to. If you don't have one, if you're looking to try something new, if you want one that is just going to work every single time, this is it without a doubt. So tell you what, guys, let me invite you a little bit back in time to how we got this guy ready, and then we're going to do a really cool side dish. Talk about like one of the best roast chicken recipes, ways to do it, whatever you want to call it, that I've ever seen, okay? So first thing you're going to need, of course, is a chicken. We ended up with a big one, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to pat that guy as dry as you can, all right? All the little crevices and cracks and stuff like that. There we go. So the first thing I'm going to do with this, now you're going to shoot for about maybe a 4 to 5 pound chicken. For some reason, this is like 7.5, 8 pounds. It's crazy. So stand them up and season the inside just like that. And then you want to get a little citrus in here. So come on and have a look. I got some oranges, I got some lemons, and all we're going to do is we're going to pop those right into the cavity just like that. And this is meant to go and kind of get down into the juices and into the vegetables as it cooks and renders down. We're going to put some garlic in there. Oh, this is going to be good. Get that right in there. And then go ahead and grab some thyme and get that right in there too. And this is just going to make the best juice as it renders down. So now what we want to do is we want to tie these guys together, okay? So we're not going to do like a full truss here. We're not going to like straight jacket this chicken or anything. I would save that for rotisserieing. Rotisserieing? That's a word, okay? But what you want to make sure doesn't happen is the arms and the legs are out like this, because then they can get burnt, they can cook unevenly. So I'm going to grab a little bit of twine, and then come on in here. Here's the easiest way to do it. You're just going to take the 2 front legs and go ahead and start to tie. So here's a little tip for you. If you don't have a finger to come in to help you out, instead of just going around once, go around a couple of times like that, and then when you pull it tight, it'll hold it long enough for you to put that knot in. No finger required. There we are. Perfect. Let's snip that down. Nobody likes eating string. And we'll go ahead with the legs here. Sorry, wings, Marc. And we're going to tuck those guys right under like that. 1, and come on, don't fight me, bird. 1 and 2. What in the world? All right, you are about to get your wing clipped here soon. There we are. Now you're cooperating. Wow, what a bird. There we go. Perfect. Wow. So let's go ahead and do this. Now, if you see over here, I got a whole pan of veggies. That's terrific. We got celery and carrots, onions, potatoes. That wing's just going to do whatever that wing wants to do. I'm at peace with it. I'm fine. So let's bring this over here. And here is what we're going to do to the outside of the bird. Take a little bit of heat on a pan, just like that, and then take about a tablespoon or 2 of butter, pop it right in there, and in a second I got some seasoning there. The only tip I'm going to give you in your veggie tray here, the potatoes generally take the longest to cook, so you kind of want to put those around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. I did it. So we want to season the outside of the bird. We're just going to go with a simple salt, pepper, garlic. Some people knock it down simple as just salt and pepper. You don't have to go crazy with the spices on the outside of one of these guys. And remember, all that citrus and garlic in the middle, as that cooks down and pulls those juices down into the veggies, holy cow. So that butter just needs another second. I'm going to help that juiciness along just a bit. And about 1 cup of bone broth down around the bottom. There we go. Perfect. All right, come on over here and let's get our garlic seasoning into our butter. Yeah, that's great. Turn the heat off. Little guy melts, stir it around. Perfect. Now, the reason a lot of people will grab olive oil or canola oil or something like that. One of the nice things to use or one of the nice reasons to use butter, is it's got milk fats in it. So that's what kind of browns and caramelizes and burns a little bit as it roasts and gives you that really nice color, that really nice crisp. And I mean, you know, you can kind of put your own tastes and flavors into the butter if you want. I'm a garlic butter guy. I'll go to that every single time, no problem at all. So this garlic butter that's going to brown and burn around the outside, make it a really, really nice golden color mixed with all that garlic we put inside. Whoo, that's going to be good. So now let's take a little bit of our seasoning. There we go. And we'll just finish seasoning that bird. Holy cow. Amazing what a little salt, pepper, and garlic will do. Isn't that pretty? So now if you were going to cook this in the kitchen, go ahead and preheat that oven to about 375 degrees. And when you pull it out of there during the rest time, pop the veggies back in and it's perfect. But listen, if you've been watching our show, you know me. I'm going to cook it outside. Absolutely. If you've got a smoker in your repertoire, then you have an outdoor oven. And that's very cool. So now you can get that same roasted chicken goodness that you love without the exact same taste and flavor that you've been experiencing since you were 8, right? If you haven't tried this, you gotta. So we're gonna pop out our smoker there, or our outdoor oven. That guy's gonna go in there and he's gonna hang out, I would say, for somewhere between 3 and 4 hours. It's a big bird. Wait till you see what we're gonna do with this when we're done. What do you think? Pretty easy, huh? Let's have a look here, because it is done here. Let's do this. Pop right in. Here we go, here we go, here we go. How beautiful is that? I mean, that just turned out perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, there is a debate over the right temperature to cook a chicken at. There's temperatures that range anywhere between 350 and 425. All depends on what you want to do with it, okay? If you're throwing it in a smoker like this, you want to pull in a little bit more smoke flavor, do it at a little lower temperature, cook it longer. If you want a crisper skin, but you're going to sacrifice a little bit of the dryness on the outside, go a higher temperature, less time. Play around, you'll find what you like. So let me go ahead and pull this guy out of here. There we go, and we're done with our outdoor oven for now. We'll set you there. So the first thing I want to do here is I want to get my chicken from the pan to the cutting board. Good pair of tongs is going to do that. Now, because of the way we cook this, I want to go ahead and I just want to hold it up like this. So all of that garlic and lemon and orange and thyme that we put in there is now going to kind of incorporate itself into what's going on with that juice below. So perfect. We're going to set you there. Turn you around so the pretty side is to camera. That's how TV works, even for chickens. Here we go. And you're going to take a little bit of tin foil. You always want to let a big piece of meat rest. You want to give it 15, 20 minutes, whatever you can. So here's what we got here, guys. I got a pot, and I got a strainer, and I got chickens running around. It's mayhem. It's pandalarium around here. So we're going to separate the liquid from the veggies. So listen, if you were doing this in your kitchen, what you would do right now while the chicken rests is you'd go ahead and you'd pop all of these vegetables back in the oven. All right, so that's fine. But seeing as we're out here, I mean, let's utilize and take advantage of some of the equipment we got. We're going to put a little bit of oil. We're going to lay that down. I want a nice sheet of it, okay? Because you got to remember, these vegetables are now cooked. What we want to do now is we want to add that thing, that it factor, that what in the world did this guy do that we don't do at home that I want to try, and all that kind of stuff. So this is one of those extra little steps that you can take that adds a little bit more dimension to what you're doing, especially a side dish. So check this out. Everything's perfectly cooked. The carrots are cooked, the onions are cooked, the potatoes are cooked. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to try and lay these out as flat as I can on this. I'm not going to flip them around a lot because I don't want to break them. All right, there we go. Perfect. But I do want to leave them on there long enough to get a nice, kind of just that crisp, just that char that you can't get from anywhere else. The reason that I saved all the juice, not just for chicken gravy later, but here, let's just make sure that we've got a lot of flavor happening. See that? Ain't that pretty? All right, so I'm going to stick this back there. I'm going to save that for some chicken gravy at a later date. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking to yourself, you're thinking, how long is he going to leave these vegetables on there? You know, it's kind of your own kind of taste and flavor. How much of a crust, how much of a crisp do you want to put on? But I got it on about medium to medium high. I'm thinking about 5-10 minutes is a really good time for the amount of vegetables. All right, so how do we know if the chicken's done? Well, first of all, a thermometer. Seriously, get a thermometer. That's the best way you tell if a chicken's done. But once we take the little string off here, there is another way. If you just give this a little bit of a pull, and you see that all the juices are running clear in there, and that's going to come off real nice, then that's another way that you know that one's going to be done. Let's go ahead, get the legs off first. It's just pulling apart. I mean, it's just falling off the bone. This is about as perfect as chicken gets right here. Look at how juicy that is. Let's get these wings out of here. There we go. And I'm sure there's a slicker method to doing this, but I find the pull and yank method works great for me. So now, with the chicken breast, if you can, kind of take one nice big piece off. Use your fork instead of your fingers. Big old pro tip there. And if you do that, you end up with this nice big whole chicken breast that you can now just kind of cut down into bite-sized pieces. That's a great way to do it rather than try and do that slicing thing. I'll tell you what, man, you can get a lot of people fed on a budget. This is like a 7-pound chicken. This cost me like 11 bucks. I mean, this is dinner for 4 with some leftovers here. Save that carcass, without a doubt. That's going to make great soup, especially considering we did all of that thyme and garlic, lemon, and orange action. Look at this. We're going to pull up a crust and a char that's going to add such a great dimension to flavor, to the flavor of this dish. Let me tell you something. Nothing wrong with leaving the veggies in the oven to caramelize them, but if you can get them out on a flat top pan and do something like this, holy cow, is that the way to do it. Let's get one more in here. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Holy cow. So I got to tell you guys, this is minimal effort, really isn't a big cost, and the taste and flavor of this is out of this world. This is a crowd pleaser. Everyone comes back for this. Thanks so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. My name is Marc Gill. This is Marcs on the Grill. We'll see you next time.